Dave Tosh, Executive Director, Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, and today we are in our thrift store donation area. This is where everything flows through into the store as our inventory. And we have people like Becky here that help keep this stuff moving. You may notice that there's a lot of stuff in here again. We do get overwhelmed with donations, but we appreciate the community's support, especially our seniors that provide a lot of really high quality items for us, mainly clothing. But I heard today that we got swamped with books, and so now we got to slow down on taking books. But we're still taking all the clothing right now, and as you can see, it is kind of piling up again. We've got stuff that has to be sorted through so that we know what is the highest quality that can go into our store on the racks, and that has to be processed. I will just say that our community has really taken good care of us recently with a lot of high quality donations, but we still have to go through everything that comes in. It has to meet our standards. It can't be torn, ripped, dirty. Everything we take is going to be high quality. And so Becky right now is processing some housewares, which also comes in large quantities.
Yeah, some really nice.
Got some nice glassware. Is that a particular brand? Or
yeah, it's the depression glass. It's uranium glass. It glows in the dark, which is really, really cool. Yeah.
I tell you what, I missed out on all what you just said.
Oh,
So just tell us a little more about this particular
Yeah.
glassware.
This particular glassware is from the 50s, and it is uranium glass. It's the green depression glass. You put it under the black light, and it lights up. It's really cool looking.
See, I just learned something. I never knew anything about any of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But-
and this is the pink depression glass here, again from the 30s, 40s.
So
we
it's
try to
pretty obvious that a
investigate
lot
it,
of this
yeah.
comes from our seniors that
Oh,
they've
yeah.
collected over time, and either they're downsizing or moving or something's going on,
For
and
certain.
they bring this high quality glassware to us so that we can get it out on the floor and get it sold. So
really
what?
popular stuff.
And what's this?
Lusterware is another. It's a high quality glass, and it's called peach lusterware. So
Wow.
that's kind of cool too. It's from the 40s, 50s as well.
Yeah. Now Becky's been with us for what, about a year now, almost a year, and so you seem to know a lot about all this stuff. Did you knew all this before you got here?
You learn as you go, and I do collect and sell on the side too. So
okay.
I know what things are, or try to,
Yeah.
and put the correct price. Make sure that it's not chipped or damaged, because we try to get the best quality stuff out for certain.
I know that we get a lot of other things like tea service and silver plated items and all that. And
Our entire room over there is silver plated.
so what
Yeah.
are we able to resell a lot of that?
Yeah, we are. We truly are. We always restock.
Well, a lot of it's tarnished, so you work on getting it all cleaned up and ready to put out.
Yep, and find out who the maker is, and that way we price it appropriately, and kind of educate the buyer too. If we know what it is, we try to put the name on it. And that way they can follow it further down the line or collect additional pieces to it. So yeah,
Okay.
it's fun. I love it.
I'm looking over on the other side of the room over here. We just built this rack for pictures and picture frames, so we can better organize all that. And I think it's helping us kind of keep track of what we got. And of course, it's done by sizes. One of our volunteers built this rack for us so that we can keep a handle on all the pictures and the picture frames. I think that. I don't know. We're able to sell quite a few of the ones that come in, and they're mostly in good shape. And we hang them on the walls back in the store. Over here behind us is Davey is working on getting all this stuff boxed up and getting it ready. A lot of the stuff he already knows where it's going to go in the boxes. It could be books, it could be DVDs, it could be CDs. We still sell a lot of that kind of thing. VCRs. So we quit taking books. Is that right, Davey?
That's right.
We got so many of them, we had to
Oh,
say
yeah.
no more. So that'll be temporary until we can get them all back out on the shelf and get them sold and reduce our inventory, and we'll have more room for it. But this pile of clothing has all got to be sorted so we know what we got there. Some of it will go to another organization that takes in all kinds of clothing that does not meet our standards, and so we try to get that once a week. We send that stuff elsewhere. Very little of this goes in the garbage, so it is all reused. And we have a customer coming up to the back door right now, as a matter of fact, with some donations. So our donation area is, we call this our Suite A, is it? No.
D.
This is Suite D, our donation area. So we've got 4 suites, A, B, C, and D. 2 of those are committed to the thrift store for donations, that'd be C and D. And then we're using suites A and B for meeting rooms and exercise and classes and all that kind of thing. So again, this is our primary donation receiving area. And we process a lot of items. We probably tripled our donations here during COVID in terms of the amount of items that are flowing through here. We're back in one of our processing rooms. Now, what goes on back here is we steam our clothes. We don't wash all the clothes. The clothes are already clean when they come here. They're not torn. They're in excellent condition. We just want to steam them before we get them on the racks, and that's what we're doing right now. And we need a lot of volunteers to help us with that process. And so we have one of our primary volunteers right now. Would you like to say a little bit about how you enjoy doing all this kind of work? Introduce yourself.
I'm Joe Wapra, and
I gotta put it.
oh, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm Joe Wapra, and I've been steaming for probably about a month now, and it's a lot of fun, actually.
So for several hours, you're here.
Yeah, a couple hours at a time,
Yeah.
about 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. Yeah. So it's not bad at all. It's kind of fun.
Well, it's one of our biggest needs is folks that are willing to come in here and spend several hours steaming clothes so we can get them out on the racks. And here's Gail Sherritt. Now, Gail, she escaped me over in the donation area, but she's back here in this room testing things a lot and cleaning things up and getting it ready to go.
Blowing fuses.
What's that?
Blowing fuses.
Yeah. Blowing fuses. Every once in a while we have a smoke disaster and the
That's
alarm
right.
will go off, but it hasn't happened recently because she's tuned into that. You don't really like the fire department coming to
I don't.
pay us a visit.
Yeah. And I don't like that look Shannon gives me when that happens. It's like, seriously, come on. How many times do we have to go through this?
So we do test out all the electrical items, make sure they're all in good working order, and if they're not, they go in the garbage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Always
So-
in the garbage. Yep.
And your son Davey is helping us back in the donation area, take donations in, and we appreciate the family support that we have.
Oh, yeah. We got to support the senior center.
From-
For sure. Everybody should get involved
That's right.
with that.
So we are continuing to look for volunteers, and again, one of our biggest needs is the steaming of clothes. And so if we can keep that process going, we'll have more clothes out on the racks. The senior center benefits from it greatly.
That's
So-
right.